Shirai General Chef, Badass Kecho, Tarkatan Colony.
Alright, what's good? What's good? Alright, I do want to say shout out to my boy Tariq for giving me this idea about like what I would change for Scorpion. So Scorpion don't really got a lot of stuff. Like, I just want to be honest, he really doesn't have anything. These are pretty much all of the moves you're really focusing on. For real, for real. And it's really not a lot. Like, if like you like when I first got the game, I was like, hey yo bro, Scorpion about to be crazy for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see this, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing stuff like, oh yeah bro, we about to go crazy. Got this going. I messed up, but you know, like, you would think to yourself like, oh yeah bro, this is actually dope. Like, Scorpion has stuff, but like, damage is pretty good, like 38 for 1 bar. I think that's pretty good. You'd be like, yo, he got some stuff. Like, there are just some things I honestly would just change, and I'm just gonna get right into it. Honestly, this right here needs to be a mid. I feel like any video you see about this, people say this needs to be a mid. This also needs to be a mid. Well, okay, maybe not this, but this definitely. Like, let that be a mid at the very least. Personally, also, side note on this one, I want this to be a mid. Why is this a high? Why is this a high? Like, it makes no sense. And it's the same thing too. Like, his 4-3, it takes like 3 chances, but if I get like right here, like maybe about like right here, I'm tapping people with just circle, but at the same spot, I'm like whiffing right with the knee. Like, make this a mid. This can be a great check on people. Like, and then of course you can spear after it, which, you know, which helps. But look at that. This is good. Why is it a high? I don't know. Make it a mid. It will be better for checking people. I feel like they didn't want to repeat the Mortal Kombat 11 thing when he had like this and then he went to like that other kick as well. This move is good, especially when you like have an assist, like Scorpion. This move right here is really good, and like I said, like personally, I'm going to like, this is just as a guide to show you like what he has. This is like a refresher thing. I'm not gonna really go too in depth with it, but these are just the moves that he have. And like I said, this is his kick, and is very lackluster. Like, outside of that, you know, he has flame port. Wait, let me go ahead and show you guys this. He got spear, blazing charge, and flame port, twisted coyote. Okay, and I'm not really gonna go over enhance, because enhance doesn't do anything but give you like more damage. That's really all it is, just more damage. I mean, you know, armor, and like, so what is this, like, regularly it's like 80, enhanced is like 110. I mean, honestly, sometimes why waste the bar for 110 when you can just grab for 110? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it's you normally using it to get out of pressure. I mean, not pressure, but corner. And that's okay. Like, honestly, sometimes I mean, I do it too, like, just to get out the corner. I guess I will talk about another thing too, when it comes down to his moves, is that unfortunately Scorpion is Gap City, and it's kind of sad how gappy he is. So like, I'm gonna turn on reversal, and like, as a reversal, so let's see, he has to armor through it. That's the problem. Is that why I'm not doing it? I think I'm doing the wrong move. Enhance at Quake. Is that what it is? No, it's not even that. Dang, what move is it? I don't play Shao Kahn, so bear with me on that one. No. Enhance Devastator. Is it this move? There we go. All right. So as you can see, it's like crazy. Even with this. Oh, okay. This is his only true string. That's crazy. But no one like we don't really use it too much unless you're doing this, and then to this. But essentially, like even this, like nah, like you're dying for it. So using majority of his moves is asking for someone to just go right through you. Like, okay, of course, there's nothing on there. Oh yeah, but that's another thing. This is unsafe, and obviously you're supposed to use it when you're further backwards. So that's whatever. Like, so yeah, and oh wow, he's not gonna do it with that. He's gonna do it with this. Okay. Oh wow, it just stopped. Did it just stop doing it? Oh, okay. Okay. So I knew it. This, like, that's insane, right? So gap, like it's sad. Gap. Gap. His all 4 strings are Gap City. If you have bar, you're getting right through it. Why did NetherRealm do that? I don't know. Right? I knew I wasn't crazy. Like, and that, so with that being said, like you see, like already, depending on the character, or maybe most of them, I don't know the entire playlist. I'm only talking about like Scorpion as a whole. But that's sad that every move that he does, unless you're like not committing, is getting gap through. For whatever reason, that's what NetherRealm chose. But that's horrible. Because obviously you need strings to do stuff, but if you're gonna make them Gap City, then why do I want to even press a button sometimes, right? But like I said, like those are like the issues with Scorpion that I have. And like I said, we're gonna move on to like the Nets game about what we're gonna change. Because honestly, like I'm thinking about like changing out this low instead of it being like a normal move. I actually want to make it a special move, and I'm gonna explain why. But that's gonna be a little bit later. But oh, and Demon Dash, like these are more like honorable mentions. And actually, I'm gonna speak about this. So as I go through Scorpion's moves, I'm gonna break it up into like 3 categories, which will be like strings, special moves, and like honorable mentions. And these are like honorable mentions, just like moves I kind of wish he had, but I also don't want to make him seem overpowered once I talk about these moves. Like I said, because this is about like what I would change for Scorpion as a whole. And I'm actually going to start on Injustice, and I'm going to talk about Injustice Scorpion, like his moves, and what I would add for what Injustice moves I would add for Scorpion of MK1. So these are like trying to give him good ideas of like MK1 Scorpion, what he could have or what he should have in a sense. Cause let's be honest, as the community is talking about it, everyone's like, please buff Scorpion. Like as a NetherRealm game, Scorpion and Sub-Zero kind of being like the poster boys, there's no reason for them to be so weak and lackluster, right? Like if this was Street Fighter, if Ryu and Ken was weak in the game, people would cry. And honestly, people are kind of crying about Scorpion and Sub-Zero, which rightfully so. They should cry about Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Why are you making them so weak? Like, why so many gaps? You know, like, you know, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't need so many gaps, right? He barely has moves as it is. So what's the point of giving him, so little to work with? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's like unless you're not committing, then of course the gaps don't matter. But what are you going to do? The frames aren't necessarily the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily the best of frames, Like, he's majority safe on block, which, personally, I love the fact that he's majority, that minus sits right there. No. He's majority safe, He's not even +2, he's -2 on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they keep good with the tradition of Scorpion being mainly safe unless you unless you start doing something unsafe, right? So I appreciate that, but this doesn't feel like Scorpion at all, in my honest opinion. This feels, and I get it because it's not Hanzo Hasashi, but he doesn't play like a Scorpion. Like, I don't know. I'm a Scorpion main all the way through, so I guess I'd be looking for more like specific stuff when it comes to like Scorpion in itself, and I'll admit to it. Um, but as a starter, I'll start off with honorable mention, and this is just for the cameo Scorpion. I think this is great. You know, all of these like different things and stuff like that. You know, these are cool. Now, people may hate me for this, but you know how when using Scorpion, just tapping the R1 or just back and tapping or like up tapping, things like that. Well, I kind of wish Scorpion as a cameo had like a holding R1 button in his fireballs. Instead of it shooting high, it shoots in front of you and it'll be a mid. This way, like if I'm doing this and I hold the R1 button, in a sense, it will shoot forward, which empties out the gap. And I can already say like, oh, well, see, that's kind of overpowered already. But I'm like, I'm not using it to get a combo started. I'm using it to get the gap out of the way. Because if you're still in block string, you're not going to shoot out. Like, you know, you're not going to just shoot up. Because if he was there to stop it, you know, so I'm like, if he was there to stop it, then it'll be completely okay, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, honorable mention, just to say like, for a combo extension, you know, you go regularly by tapping, but for like string safety, you hold it and he shoots it forward, you know what I'm saying? Like, just my personal idea. But like I said, I went through everything. Like I said, very lackluster. Like, what is this? You know, like, come on, guys. Like, why? Like, why is this like your best? Like, this is his best. This should at least be a mid. Like high mid. Like, that's what it should be. Not high. This should be like high mid. Like, I will be happy with that. And this shouldn't have gaps. Like, I think those 3 hits should not have gaps. I think removing some of the gaps for this should be true mids, personally. Like, I want this to be a true mid as well. Other than that, that's about it, and I'll see you on Injustice. Okay, I completely forgot, before I go over to Mortal Kombat, Injustice, I completely forgot to talk about, the special moves. Like, all I did was talk about literally like all I did was literally talk about this. And so yeah, like I'm actually gonna edit this in here. So like forgive me on this one. But this is really good for the good knockdown. And this is pretty good, like we're doing this. This is pretty good. You know, for ending stuff too as well. And like I said, like, you know, if they're not, you know, paying attention, you can like it doesn't really work out as well. Hold on, let me see, because sometimes you gotta be a little bit closer. Okay, whatever, it doesn't work. It works more in the corner. It's more of a corner thing. But Devouring Flame is pretty good. I'm actually glad that it's a low now and it does combo. I am happy about that. It can be a little bit of a mix up, but I feel like it's not the greatest mix up. I feel like people are already blocking low regardless, so it don't really matter. What else? Again, this is good for ending combo, which I think is just fine. His teleport is where I have a problem with. And the reason I have a problem with the teleport is that it's really not that fast. Like, it looks fast, but it's really not. Like, it's kind of lame. And the problem is too, is that in the air, it doesn't track. So not only is it a lot slower to like previous teleports, it doesn't track. And that's lame. Now, of course, you can probably do like something dang, let me see. Like something like that. Like if you can like fake them out and then something like that. Like, I don't know, it's kind of hard. It probably does with like certain cameos, but that is something I wanted to talk about. I did not talk about fire, and I did not talk about the teleport. Spear will always be spear, don't really matter. Spear is spear. Like, regular is high, and enhance is mid. But other than that, if you're zoning Scorpion, you're walking away for free, basically, because the teleport, like, unless I'm timing it correctly, it's the only time you're getting hit by this. I'm sorry, it's really not all that good. And I mean, let me see, like at least you can still get some type of pressure out of it. Like, you can't, no one can really down one off of you, really. Like, they have to respect it, but you also have to time it like really good, because right now I am making the mistake of like walking forward a little bit. But yeah, other than that, need some changes. Okay, now I'm actually gonna see you on Injustice this time. All right, on Injustice, the game, the absolute greatest Netherrealm game they ever did. Now, before I get started on certain things, I know some people are gonna be in the comments gonna be like, okay, but Akuma, why are you doing Injustice and not MK9? Two reasons. One, my PS3 is at my parents, and I don't have anything to record on PS3. But two, Injustice Scorpion is basically MK9. Scorpion just revamped, so I'm just using him while I got a chance. I do want to look over, like, I do want to go over his moves. Now, honestly, I say, like, we're gonna get rid of these. Like, the only thing we can't do is anything dealing with his sword. So obviously, it just does not work out. So anything dealing with sword is not gonna work, because he doesn't have a sword in mk1. So in this case, we're only working with. So we're only working with. Let's see. So even without his sword, we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and he, like I said, he got 6 moves, but everything about these moves were good. All right, so check this out. Yeah, like, this is a high, I understand, but this thing was so, like, fast. Look how fast this is. You not down one fast enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are not down one fast enough. Even this, like, this was good. This, now, as we talked about in mk1, how he had the 3 kicks. This is the best. And clearly, I guess you guys can understand that Injustice ran faster. Just ignoring the mechanics of the game and just looking at the moves itself, like, this is great. Like, by mid-screen, like, doing his low, like, you see he actually has a low too, right? Like, just walk up a little bit and doing this, like, dang, but that is range. That is range. Nah, I guess in mk1 the neutral is like a little bit more like this or something like that, but this is excuse me for the coughing, I'm not feeling good, but this is good. And of course, like, with this, he can steer off this. Like, this was good. Like, all of this stuff was good. And the thing is like, these moves, like, Scorpion played traditional, like, he was safe on almost everything. I'm talking like -3, -1, I mean -4. And this right here, this was good, because this was block advantage of 0, which means that we can hit each other at the same time. That was absolutely amazing. You was essentially, like, you was safe for stuff of this. You was not safe on this. But I'm going to talk about that in the special moves. So, like I said, like, I'm going to set this up to like 3 categories of, like, his strings, his special moves, and like honorable mentions of what I want him to have. Obviously, I can't give him all of this, because then he will be a broken character. So I'm trying to have to regulate this to where it's kind of fair. So potentially, I'm only gonna really give him maybe like 2 or 3 additional strings, maybe 1. Okay, maybe like 3 additional strings, but I'm gonna talk about it in each game, and I'm not gonna say like okay, that's like 9 streams that he needs in mk1. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like if I had an opportunity to really change mk1 Scorpion, these are the moves I will be looking at. So definitely this. Give him a low. And not only that, it's a low that combos, right? He doesn't need an assist. It's low, like give me this, and I can't use sword, but you know, like this. Like honestly, like I would say this, but like I talked about in MK1, his square triangle, the first hit with the little Kiru thing. If you turn that second hit into a mid, it makes it all better. All right, I definitely want this move back. I'm not gonna lie, this move right here. Ooh, I wish that move came back. This move is so good. And obviously, you can spear, and you can spear. Even this, you can spear. And I do want to say in Mortal Kombat 1, him doing the kicks, even though it's not the right iteration, but him doing like X did combo into spear. It did combo, alright? So give it the same property. But if there was the moves I truly wanted to give him, it would the moves I truly wanted to give him, I've taken these away. And alright, so oh, and let me tell you, this right here, not that, this, oh my god, this was literally the greatest. But just this triangle, this punch, it was a mid, and it was decently fast. I'm sorry, like it was a 9-frame move in a sense. Like this was a 6-frame high punch. Like I think that was pretty good. Oh, and I'm gonna put Hellspin in honorable mention, and this was all Hellspin was. Now, what's funny about this is that it says it's a high. It said Hellspin was a high. Is that what it said? Okay, no, Hellspin was a mid. I was looking at something wrong. Okay, so and this was a mid. Now, personally, I would love him to have this too. Like, maybe not at like honorable mention. Maybe not a standing X, but maybe like a. I don't know. Like, I don't know what move I would really give this with. Maybe like a forward circle. You know what I'm saying? Because X is already, you know, towards his like his 3 kicks in mk1. So I would make this like his forward circle. I don't think Scorpion has a forward circle in mk1. I would definitely make this forward circle because even though it's 18 frames, he was +9 when doing it. Now, I don't know if the frame should be the same in a sense, like +9 in a mk1. I don't know about it being +9 frames. Maybe it'll be good like as a combo ender, like after spear, you know, you get your kick in, it's like okay, I got 9 frames to work with in a sense. Well, the hit adventure is 22. Yeah, you know, and that's way better than his fire. Like his fire gave him like a 13. Like mk1, his fire gave him 13 frames of hit advantage. I think the 22 goes better. So he's +9 on block, but having a 22 hit advantage. And of course, again, he can spear right out of it. And you know, let's talk about his teleport while we're at it. So this is 6 frames faster than mk1. I think mk1, if I'm not mistaken, was a 29 frame startup. That's slow as hell. This right here being 23, beautiful. But oh my god, but a meter burn was a 7. Beautiful. Like I said, I'm sorry, call me biased if you want to. Injustice Scorpion was the best Scorpion they have ever graced upon a console. I'm sorry. Now, people said that he was broken, and again, this is not a guide about all of Scorpion. This is just more like for mk1. I'm showing you like what I would take from every Scorpion that I've like played with, and what I would give him. But if you think he was broken this game, you just didn't know how to play. I'm sorry. If you thought he was broken, you did not know how to play. Honorable mention, because I know everyone's going to get mad about it. Honorable mention, if he can meter burn teleport in mk1, I want it to be -8. You can still punish it, like, you know, like -8. If you have a 7-frame move, you can still punish it, but it's just very tight. It's a very tight punish. And he kind of pushes back slightly, like I believe, like like I said, it's a slight pushback, like just a little bit slight. But if you hit the button immediately, you recover, so it's okay. It doesn't really matter. Another thing I do want to talk about while we are on, well, we should still talk about combos. So let me change the AI back. And I'm going to talk about the moves. So like I said, like this move right here, this move, and this move. Now, in this game, you was using every move that Scorpion had to offer in this game. But for real, like, I'm trying to think which one I would want to be honorable mention for real. Because like I said, not all of them, but like, these are the moves I will be looking at to give Scorpion. I don't know which one I would actually like fully give him. Like, I feel like out of the two, like, definitely this. So we're gonna take that away actually, because again he needs a low starter in mk1. At the very least, you can give him this. Okay. I don't know. It's kind of hard. I would change out his at for this instead. This is way better of a move. And all of them are mids, right? So you can't just duck the first one and poke me. You have to respect all three of those, to be honest with you. So I guess they can get rid of, like, I guess you can get rid of Underworld. Like, you can get rid of it. Because at the end of the day, I think, like, yeah, at the end of the day, like, even with Underworld, how that's a 10-frame startup, this is also, like, well, just from this part, is also 10 frames. You're getting the exact same frames, and it's a mid, so, yeah, so we can get rid of Underworld. So these are the two, like, and outside of, like, his low starter, like, this is going to be an automatic low starter. So these are the two moves I would personally give him. Let me know if you guys think it's kind of overpowered or not, but to really keep him safe, throw this out here, you know, and especially I'll show you like what it is like on block. Like, see, even on block, and again, they're gonna end up changing if they was to ever give it back. Obviously, all of them were hit, but like this was just good. It was just a good move, and like I said, because you did it, I mean, you're -4 on block. So you have to, you know, like, you pretty much lost your turn. But even like if you wanted to like jump in and do something, you know, like, it's like, hey, little bro, it's like, hey, little bro, you can't poke, you have to respect. You know what I'm saying? So those are definitely the moves I would definitely give him, especially this. What's good about this is, obviously, I know you see it on screen, is a mid into an overhead. So kind of like how we talked about with Scorpion having like standing 2. And which his standing 2 was a high in mk1, but his square, like when you hit square, it becomes a mid. Well, I know a lot of people was like, give him a mid overhead. Like, personally, I would give him this move. Just, and it's really good on pushback. Like, pushback is like really good. Now I can, and again, I can hear people going, well, again, that's kind of broken. But the thing is, though, is that he was -1. He was safe, and he was basically safe right there, -1. But I guess in a sense, like, so now that like the combos are done, like, hey, I talked about one, like, we went over like most of them, but like I said, like, we can't use anything with his sword because he doesn't have a sword in mk1. But just based off of this regular string, this, and this is his low. Like I said, this is his low. But now we're gonna move over to like the special moves, right? So we can get rid of, now special moves, honestly, spear will always be spear. But I do want to say this now. Personally, if they gave him the option to like do this spear. Let me take him off. Block always, something like. If they gave him the option to do this spear and punch people back, I would love to have that all over again. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, even if it was like a insert, like a install kind of thing, like, oh, I do it, but if I had to hit like square again to punch him backwards or something, I'll completely do it. Just saying, because it's really nice, and I'm gonna show y'all like some tech that people don't really talk about. Maybe they did, but by doing this and then like doing this, so, and then doing this, basically guaranteed. Even doing this and then like even like doing this and then going, God, why can't I do it? Like this was pretty much almost guaranteed. If you didn't tech it, you was getting hit with it. Or like if I go like this, like let me see. Like it's not guaranteed, but this was guaranteed. You was not good enough at it. But again, let's talk about specials. So kind of like what we talked about in MK1, his Hellfire in this game was unblockable. Like no matter what happens, and personally, I kind of want it back. I hate to say it, I want it back. Him having a meter burn fire, but it doesn't do any hit stun to somebody, just kind of takes me away. It takes me away from it. It doesn't feel right, but whatever. Considering that he already has the spear, Hellfire, and teleport in MK1, this is the only move I would want him to have. Well, actually, no. These are the two moves I want him to have. I would say leg takedown, but again, because he has back 3 and it's such a long range, you know, such a long range sweep, I think leg takedown is not necessarily necessary in a sense, but I will put it as honorable mention because I will put it as honorable mention. And you know what, while I'm also at it, I will also put this move as an honorable mention, because I'm not really trying to make Scorpion be 50-50s. I'm trying to give him something to just help him. And while we're on the axe kick, I do want to talk about it. The axe kick is pretty good. If you do it, it bounces up. Now the reason I'm putting axe kick as honorable mention is because there's another move from another Mortal Kombat game. It's actually in Mortal Kombat X, and if you know it, you probably already know it. But if not, I'm gonna show you. But this move is pretty good. You know, you can just run up, you know, get this. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty good. 27% damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this other one. You probably can't do it. It's probably really hard to see. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard. I'm just trying to do the axe kick into his sword. Alright, whatever. You can't dash up to it, but of course it runs in the corner, and obviously this is not real since, you know, MK1 Scorpion doesn't have a sword, but I did this wrong entirely. I hate myself. I hate myself with a passion. I'm doing this already. This is not going to be edited at all. I'm keeping this in here just to show you guys how like bad I haven't played Injustice in a very, very long time. So I'm keeping this in here just to let you guys know how trash I am now. Like, okay, like 35%. That's crazy. That's like, I mean, it's not for no bar. That's crazy. Well, not necessarily crazy, but whatever. Getting back to the plot here. All right, so air grab and flip kick are the two moves I personally want him to have again, and while letting leg takedown and letting axe kick be honorable mentions. Now the reason why I do like flip kick is actually I'm gonna show you why. So you know how we talked about Gravedigger, right? Him having this mid overhead, right? Well, And of course, you know that on block, you know, it's -1 on block, if I'm not mistaken. It is -1 on block. Okay, so you'll be like, okay, this push you, you know, pretty back. I'm not gonna lie to you, in game, for real, you're able to move, like literally, like before that animation finishes, you're able to move. But you're going like, okay, well, what is the point of having I'm pretty sure, you know, somebody's going like, what's the point of having flip kick if you're already pretty much safe? Well, the extra chip is just nice. But what makes it pretty cool is like it kind of keeps you right in front. Like compared to letting this rock out, you're further, but it just puts you closer. But also, it's just the additional chip. But also, it's a very good get off of me move, right? So you see how close I am. But if I just like, let's say like I did a string. So let's say I'm just like 1-2. Like I'm just like, well, for some reason the second hit never hits, and it's something that's bugged in this game for a while. So I'm gonna go through the whole string and like look at that. I'm no longer in your face. Like I'm pretty much not in your face anymore. Like I'm kind of close to you, but not that close to you, you know? And it's like, you see how fast I recover? I'm like already able to kind of back up. So, and I'm already like kind of like backing up. It's just a nice get off of me move. I don't believe it was actually safe in a sense. It was -10. So it was -10, but again, look how far I was. You're not really punishing me that much, especially if I'm already backing up. Like the moment my feet hit the ground again, I'm pretty much backing up. You wasn't really punishing me in that move unless I did it in the corner. And I had to be in the corner, not you be in the corner. I had to be in the corner in order for you to really punish it, which was not really happening too much. But I think for this game, like I said, like I wasn't really gonna do a guide of this. This was just me going like showing you guys like, hey, if I actually had to choose, like like honorable mention, but definitely this and definitely this, and this is the honorable mention. So fixing for Mortal Kombat 1, fixing his 3 kicks, especially not having a gap, because this does not have a gap in it. This is strictly right in there. There is no gap in it. Like I don't believe there's a gap in it. Let me see. Let me go ahead and check before I start, you know, doing stuff, right? Reversal on and let it be random. I think I did this wrong. Like let me make sure. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Okay. It's just because it doesn't yeah, just because the other hit don't. So I actually gotta take this in the corner. If I'm making it correctly here. Maybe this has to be a corner thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's a corner thing. But there is no gap. This is like you have to respect it, right? So, and this is me not blocking correctly. Like, there's no gap in it. Like, it's really great to use. And like, you see, he tried to do something, but I stopped him from doing it. So there's no gap. And what else did I say? This, no gap either, right? Strictly in there. I'm just not blocking correctly. But like I said, personally, those are the moves that I personally would want him to have. And I feel like it would just help him out. Like, that's just me. I just feel like it will just help him out a little bit as far as like getting stuff done. And what else do I want to talk about? I mean, I think that's pretty much it for Injustice. Like, I do want to say, like, if you ran into me on this stage, you already know that you was dying instantly if I touched you one good time. Like, if you fell for something, Like, let me see if I can do the combo, if I remember correctly. Like, I used to have to literally, like, one... Oh, matter of fact, let me make sure I turn off the super meter, right? I want the super bar to be normal, so hold on. Alright, because if I hit you one time, then I get a bar, so... Let me see. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, if you used to go against me in this game, you knew that I can really take out your health bar. For real. I need at least one bar. I'm not doing this correctly. Like I said, it's been a while since I played. Let's see. I'm gonna do refill, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I used to kill people in this stage. So one bar into a refill. Oh my god. I'm doing it wrong. All right, this is right. This is the correct way. No, this is the correct way. All right, I'm sorry. Forgive me on this one. Like, and that is how I used to kill people. So literally, that was just me resetting everything. God, I hate it. It's just been a while, so my timing's just horrible. But if you went against me in this game, then you already knew what was going on. You was dying. Like, all of that was guaranteed. And like, just switching it up. Like, even if I just wanted to do this. Like, doing this and then doing this, like, whew. All of that stuff was real. Every single last thing I did was real. But yeah, this Injustice Scorpion is the best Scorpion they ever created, and I'll put life on that. Like stakeouts. Oh my god. All right, let me stop. I'm having so much fun. This is not supposed to be a guide on Scorpion. This is like I said the moves I said. This game is just fun. I just love it, and I will see you guys on Mortal Kombat X. Alright. Alright. Now we're on Mortal Kombat X. I think personally this is like the second best Scorpion, in my opinion. And I get it, like, because there's Injustice and then there's like MKX. You know, there's only been like one more iteration of Scorpion, which is of course mk1. To really pull from. But yeah, so let's talk about this now. Again, as usual, like he ain't really getting much. If you take away any of his like any of his sword stuff, obviously it ain't happening, fam. But this is actually home to some of the good stuff. And what I mean by that is this move right here, personally, is literally amazing because it is a very fast. It's a 16 frame mid, but this is where some of the good stuff comes from, especially if you pair it with not roundhouse, not downfall, but this. Now, like I said, I wasn't really trying to make Scorpion a 50-50 character for mk1, but if I had to really like choose moves out of Mortal Kombat X, these two moves are a definite thing that I'm using, and I'm going to explain why. Like not even out of frames, but just basically how good they are, right? Like, let me look at some other stuff before I do it. There's not really a lot of, like, first let me go through all of his moves again. So like, that's one thing I should do. Like, go through his moves. And what, Internal Vengeance, Judgment Day, Solus can't work. Okay, so you got this. This is all right. Normally you're doing this, and I like doing this because doing this, you know, he gets this. Now, of course, like I said, he already got some decent strings, considering that if I gave him Injustice 1, he would literally have a better low. Like, this low is okay, but doing this, like, unfortunately, like, you're not, like, you're so unsafe, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was unsafe. Like, it's -9. You're 2 frames, okay, but I ain't gonna lie to you, people definitely, like, hit the F out of you for that one. Like, people did. It's crazy. And I kind of wish the pushback was greater about this, but we're not talking about it because this is not a guide for MKS Scorpion. So the reason why I'm not giving him this is because I already gave him a low already. Giving him multiple lows, some people may find that very cheap if I gave him multiple lows. So I think the Injustice low is pretty good, and it goes pretty far too. Like, I don't know, like, this is pretty okay. Like, if this was Injustice Scorpion's, like, low, like, the moment I did this, you would have got taught. You got touched on. I'm sorry. But going back to it, this is pretty much the same move that he had in Injustice. That's really all it is. You know, it's just animation's different, but it's still like 2 hits and a kick. My issue is, but also this is fast. Like, you see how fast this is? You're not really poking someone fast enough. Like, compared to mk1, you poking Scorpion all the way through. He does have gaps. Like, this definitely has a gap. This does not have a gap. This doesn't have a gap, I believe. Let me see. I'm gonna check on that. Because like I talked about, not Injustice, mk1 Scorpion has Gap City. Like, you know, like I said, like, no matter what he did, like, that man was getting gapped on. I'm sorry. Let me see. Okay, there's no gap. But this is a gap. Like, you are getting gapped through this. You can punish for this, which is stupid. So basically you have to do, oh yeah, look at this. See, look. Like, depending if they have armor or not, like, you getting hurt for it. Like, but yeah, this has a gap too, but like I said, I want him to have less gaps, so, you know, and that's why I talked about that cameo thing. But like I said, the moves I really want him to have, like, as I take this off of block mode and everything else, is, let me turn this all off. Hold on. Off. Okay. So, oh, forgot to went over to the move list. I'm gonna take everything else out. Like I said, the moves I really want him to have is this move and this move, Flame Heal and and Grievance, because, and I'm gonna do like a little combo what I normally do, but I'm gonna explain to you why it's really important. So let's say I hit you with the spear, I jump over. Nah, hold on. Do this. You know, hit you with spear, jump over, and do this. All right. Now, some people are going like, okay, now why did you stop the combo? You can literally, you know, do this or something, or you can do this again, or, you know, whatever, or you can do this and whatever, or you can do this again and teleport again. Like, why did you not do anything? Because this gives you such a good advantage, because immediately you can go this, and if they're respecting you, go right into a mid. Poke, go right into a mid. This jails the opponent. Like, this absolutely jails. Alright? And I know some people are probably like, well, how come you didn't just, you know, do the kick or something? Alright? I think side kick was high. There's shin kick was okay. Like 11. I don't know. Just go back to my injustice, the injustice portion of it, where I showed you guys about the 3 kicks, and tell me the frames on that. I forgot the frames on that move, to be honest with you. But like I said, what's so good about this, that hitting someone with this and doing this, or poking someone and doing this, just catches people. It's a mid, and it's a really good one too. And what's actually even better about it, right? What's better about it is if they're not really, like, if they're respecting you too much, right? So you can someone this and they're respecting you too much, you grab them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just literally grab them. Or this, and this also goes back to what I said about the heel kick. Again, I'm not really trying to give them 50-50s. Like, I'm not expecting people to start doing lows and overheads, cause, you know, cause it's so slow, right? Like, yeah, I can see people doing the injustice, like bat square into his low, and you know, whatever. But this jails so greatly, and I want to see if I can get Sub-Zero to like try to poke after. Like, let's see something like. Okay, so let's say like I'm hitting. So. Like, you see, like, and actually I'm gonna do this again to make sure, like, when I get it correctly, I get it right. Alright. Let me make sure I get let me get this right again. Hold on. Alright. You see that? Alright. So I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna do spear. Hit him with the flame kick. Look at that. Like. Also, I hate this about Mortal Kombat. Hitboxes are just weird. But yeah, like, I always hated that about Mortal Kombat. But you see, just the simple fact alone that he can't do nothing. Like, why do you not want something that can jail? And even then, even though he's supposed to down one, right? Just the simple fact that I can still grab him after that is important. So, like I said, those are the moves. Like, those are the 2 moves that I want to have. He can't do this and do this because he doesn't have a sword in MK1 again. But I simply think those 2 moves can help him. I want to say, I think there's one more move I think I would like for him to have, but I'm not entirely sure. And excuse me again for coughing, I'm not feeling good. Yeah, that's about it. Like, Scorpion don't got a lot of stuff in MK1, but I do think he has 2 of the best jailing moves, and I'm saying best in quotations because this is just me. I play only Scorpion, so I'm letting that be known. But to me, he has 2 of the best jailing moves. Well, really 1 best jailing move, but if you want to add in the fact that he can do like combo into a flame hill, let it play out, and then do his mid, it's a beautiful jail. It's don't press anything, you will get hurt. And of course, he can spear after it. So again, so like I said, like he's pretty much just trapping you. Now again, like I said, he ain't really getting no 50-50 per se, but in a sense, it's the fact that he staggers you enough that he can hit you with a mid, a 16 frame mid at that, just makes it beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like on hit, okay, well, let me get this right. On hit, he's plus 10 frames on hit, which means that his mid is now 6 frames. Beautiful. But I think that's everything I really wanted to talk about as far as like MKX goes, like what I would use for the two moves I would give him, mk1 Scorpion for MK, like from MKX. Those are the two moves I would do. And let me know if Scorpion is starting to feel kind of overpowered or underpowered in a sense. But like I said, I'm trying to give him moves to help him, not something to make him like god awfully broken, but moves just to help him out in like what I would do. And of course, like something fun, I'm gonna do a combo. You know, let me see, like this is what I do for Scorpion if I get the chance to do it. Okay, let me get this right. Like I said, honestly, I love it, and like I said, honestly, I could have just did this and grab right after. That's another thing I want to talk about. Like doing this, you can grab right after, or you can do this and just jail them for it. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to talk about for MKX, and we're gonna move over to MK11 to talk about the final moves that I will give him. And of course, the reason why I'm not really talking about special moves for this game is, well, it's the same thing for mk1. All he has is really teleport, spear, flames and stuff is only on Hellfire. Obviously, I'm not using Hellfire. We're not going to really talk about some of the other stuff. But just out of his basic moves alone, I think that's good enough. But I guess while I'm on here, honorable mentions definitely. In mk1, if you meter burn his teleport, he gets a canceled teleport. Personally, I wish these would come back. Personally, because I think it would just help to play the mind game, to be honest with you. I want to say I want double spear to come back, but I don't know. I don't think he really needs double spear. But this is why it's honorable mention. And I think even for, yeah, honorable mentions, like I think that's it. Like the only honorable mention I have for you for MKX, because like I said, I think the two moves alone of the flame heal and his back one is honestly good enough. Personally, my opinion, you guys can let me know about it. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to really talk about. And I'm trying to do a double check to make sure, because what if I do have something else to talk about and I'm not, and I'm like and I'm missing out on it. Like, I'm trying to make sure. No, I honestly think that's, personally, I think that's really it, to be honest with you. He doesn't really have that's not into mk11. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like those two moves right there, pretty much, like I feel like bumps him up a lot higher. But like I said, you know, people may try to poke and do this and do that, but because people like aren't respecting the flame heal, they gonna get hit with that mid every time. Like just jailing them in the situation, like that's another thing too. Like poking them and then doing this, like honestly, like personally, something that needs to be there. I think that's honestly everything I really needed to talk about for MKX, honestly. Alright, MK11, let's do it. Alright, MK11, that game, for real. I didn't really like MK11, to be honest with you, but I will say, like, because I will say, like, I am glad that MK11 really focused more on them using their weapons. I will say I do appreciate that. And another thing I do want to say is that I do appreciate NetherRealm always trying to switch up moves in a sense like that. And I think that's good, but where do I begin with this? As you can see, a lot of his moves, like I'm gonna be real, a lot of his moves is more with his sword than anything. Like I kind of like this move too. Actually, not the entire move, because it punches away. We're gonna talk about that actually. You know what? we can probably talk about all of his moves, to be honest with you. So it's okay. It's a nice hard knockdown. Personally, it kind of reminds me of obviously MK1. He gets but it's like high mid. So they but it's not an overhead. Yeah, this isn't over. This is straight up mid. So high mid, honestly. So it really reminds me of Injustice when he had, you know, square triangle, but a step like you can do a spear after it. This move, personally, he doesn't have a sword, so it doesn't count, obviously. Same thing for this. Doesn't have a sword in MK1, doesn't count. This right here, though, I love this. Because the stagger for this is really good. Like, you can grab instantly. Like, almost instantly, just grab. So, I like that. I don't really like this. Push back too far, and I guess you can say like, well, in MK1, if he pushed him that far, you can back 3, he does his sweep. But honestly, it's not even his sweep is reaching all the way over there. I'm sorry, like, let's look at it again. His sweep isn't reaching all the way over there. Falling Ashes. So this is the move that I really wanted him to have back. Falling Ashes. This, like, you know how I said, like, I wanted his stand circle to really be like a check in a sense, because it goes very far. This is the move I mean. Like, they could have gave him this. They could have gave it back. They didn't want to give it back, and I don't blame them for not wanting to give it back, but they honestly could have gave it back. Now, obviously, the cool thing about it is, one, it was -7 on block, which is really good. And it like I think from here, like, I'm moving just a little bit and I'm catching you. Like think about it. Like, moving to the line and you're getting hit. Just a couple inches you're getting touched. Why would you not want that as a check? Like, that is a beautiful check. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm checking you right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not want that? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this move, honestly, and like I said, he already has a low, so I don't want to give him another low, because people may be like, oh, that's kind of broken if you give him that, right? But I will say what I love about his low: dash up, grab. I thought that was really good. I used to catch people a lot with this, and like, just doing this and grabbing them, used to catch people a lot. Even when blocking, because they're always respecting this overhead. Obviously, can't happen. He doesn't have a sword in MK1, but because they was always respecting this overhead, just grabbing them right after, beautiful. It just moves. Now, I will say, instead of the ass kick from Injustice, give him this move as a hard knockdown. I would take it. I would absolutely take it. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, those are so. Let me go back to it. So honestly, back 3, and these are the only 2 moves I really, as far as basic move goes, this move and this move, those are the 2 moves I will want. But this is, now we get to the fun part, which the fun part is actually special moves. Now, obviously, this game was very big on how do I say? How do I say this? It was more like a neutral game, right? Neutral game was basically what this was, and that was fine. But definitely, this is the move that I wanted him to have. Demon Dash. Now, essentially, it's just like the Demon Charge in MK1, where he would just literally, you know, dash up, and he switched his sides. Now, like, if he switches to, I mean, honestly, that's the move. I love this. I love this. Now, just like how it switches sides, what's cool about this Demon Dash is that it doesn't have to switch sides. And I wish he didn't have to switch sides in mk1. I wish he didn't have to, right? But obviously this is a fix for that, right? I have a fix for that. So just like how like if he runs, like obviously, like if you're in the center, like if you're in the center, what happens is that he goes to you, like if he gets close to you and he's like, oh yeah, he switches sides, all right, bet. In the corner, because normally, you know, sometimes, you know, you're not going to be able to always use the spear in the corner. Maybe you used it early and you just want to do a combo ender, so you combo in with demon dash in mk1, right? Or blazing charge. Well, what if let's say like you're doing a combo, so you like, oh yeah, like you go like, oh yeah, you do like you go like this, boom, demon dash, keep him in the corner. And why? Because you're already in the corner. Why switch sides when you can keep him in the corner? Give, like, that will be great to give, or at the very least, if you demon dash and if you meter burn like mid through the string, he'll demon dash again to keep the same side, but you have to waste another bar so you can keep corner, right? That would have been amazing. But personally, like, demon dash, and I'm actually about to explain why this demon dash was very, very good, especially if you amplify it, because it was startup frame 1, and I'm actually going to show exactly why I actually love the demon dash in this game compared to like the other one, right? We actually have to go back to fighter select, ironically enough. And a good example of this is like Scorpion and Scorpion. But of course, you know, we gotta do the Death Eater, and we're gonna go to Scorpion. All right.
The hourglass.
And again, excuse my coughing. All right. So, like, so let's see. So, you know how everyone, like I said, about falling ashes. So, realizing that on blocking, it's -7 on block. All right, but doing demon dash, it's like a 12 frame startup. But if you meter burn, it's like a 1 frame. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have Scorpion. I need to record the record and playback is right here. Delete this. All right, record. Oh, wrong one, wrong way. I gotta do record and playback. Hold up. Delete. Maybe I need to. Maybe it was practice option. I haven't played this in a minute, so again, just bear with me as I try to work on this. I'm not going to. I am not putting no editing into this. This is just gonna be as it is. Just to get the idea correctly. That's not it. Yeah, that's not what it was. God dang, I absolutely forgot how to do this. I think it was AI option. You know what? Record. There we go. Alright. And let me do this again, because I gotta make sure when I do it, I gotta make sure I do it correctly. Hold on. I'm not doing this right. Record. Nope. Alright. So notice, oh, I didn't have him block. Okay, I'm so stupid. Okay. And I'm gonna block. Alright. block. It's a timing for it. Hold on. Dang, I gotta move. Okay. Oh, okay. Normally you can punish for... Oh, it's mid. Alright, so... Oh, I'm trying to find it. Okay, yeah, okay. It doesn't happen no more. I'm kind of sad about that. Cause it literally used to be it really used to be that you can go right through it, but maybe it got patched. I think that's probably what it probably got patched. Yeah, it got patched, but you used to be able to, like, after he did it, because it was unsafe in a sense, it had to be used as a frame reversal or something like that. Yeah, it goes as a reversal, which is crazy. Yeah. You know what? Maybe let me see. Maybe I'm just not doing it correctly, because there were times where I got caught for doing it. I don't know. I may actually take this off entirely. You know what? Block type all. Reversal mode on. Actually, I'm gonna have to, God dang it. I know I am not the best at this. Like, I could have sworn that you can go right through it in a sense, if I remember correctly. Oh, but while I'm at it, this move here, I want this move back because this is also an honorable mention. So this way he can have Twisted Coyote would knock you down in front of you, or you can do this to knock him away from you, right? So that's something else I definitely want to talk about. But let me see. Reversal mode on, block mode for all, and the reversal is demon. I swore. Okay. Okay. You can't do it no more. It doesn't work anymore, and I'm actually sad that they took it away. That's actually very upsetting that they took it away. I don't know. I don't know. I definitely remember I remember being able to demon dash through something.
Scorpion.
You know, that's my fault. I haven't played this game in a long time. Maybe it was against Garrett?
Garrus.
I don't know. I don't know.
Kodo's Coliseum.
God, I hate this Garrus. I don't know. Maybe I completely forgot. I'm probably gonna cut all of this out. No, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it just to show you guys what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's essentially like the video in a sense. What thing did he have that I remember that was like, maybe it was this. Alright. No, I'm doing it wrong. Wow, okay. Can I not reverse? Oh, you know what? You see, that's my problem. You know what I didn't do? I didn't block. All right. I don't remember because Demon Dash used to fly through stuff. So it's probably been patched out a long time ago. I remember being able to stop people from just doing stuff. From what I remember, but I mean it's fine. It's whatever. But yeah, that is essentially that's it. Like I think I did everything. I talked about everything I yeah, I talked about everything I wanted to talk about in a sense. And yeah, honestly, like yeah, that's about it. So yeah, like as far as that goes, like I said, like those are the moves that I want Scorpion to have. I want his Demon Dash to be able, like in corner, I want a better version of the Demon Dash to be in corner. Like if I'm in the corner, the Demon Dash keeps you in the corner instead of just switching sides. But yeah, like I said, those are the moves that I would give to mk1 Scorpion. Again, like I said, to essentially make him better, like not to make him overpowered, but to just simply like just give him something. Like I said, honorable mentions are what I said. Like the axe kick can be an honorable mention. I want to say like the mid overhead. I believe I didn't give him the mid overhead. I think I gave him just a low in the straight kick. But I said even the mid overhead Gravedigger for Injustice, make that an honorable mention too. I definitely want him to have flip kick. It puts some spacing between them. You know, it's relatively safe. So it can also help him on wake up on mk1, because a lot of people say on mk1 that you can just jump against Scorpion, and I think that's a good anti-air for him to have. Yes, I understand that he has back 2, which is that little flying thing he does with the kimono that stops him. Not the kimono, but with his spear, you know, that little high-reaching spear. I understand that that's his like anti-air or whatnot, but like I said, I think the kick flip is just really, really good, as well. You know, MKX was pretty straightforward. Honestly, give him his overhead heel kick and give him his 16 frame mid. Honestly, he's okay. Like that's all he really needs in some cases. It's just some good mids. But and like I said, MK11, there's not really a lot of moves you can really give him in MK11, but some of the special moves that he had, like I said, I understand that it was like variation type system, but his Demon Dash in MK11 was honestly just superior compared to what we have now, and it went further. Like it goes further than what he has in MK1. I don't know how they messed that one up, but it goes further, and it has a chance to switch sides and not switch sides. Like depending on how far you are, it switches sides. But if you're close in the corner, it doesn't switch sides. Like at the very least, give him that, or let him waste the bar to get same side. Right? I will waste the bar to get same side. If it keeps you in the corner, I'll waste the bar. That's honestly about it. Like, let me know if you guys think was that kind of overpowered, or you think like this is just right. It's not a bad Scorpion. I know I kind of like screw up through like the rest of this stuff, but like I said, I wasn't aiming for the greatest of greats or the edits of edits, just a visual representation of what I would have liked Scorpion to have gotten. Because let's face it, MK1 Scorpion is the weakest Scorpion we have ever seen, and I honestly believe it's because NetherRealm got tired of people complaining about Scorpion and Sub-Zero, so they was like, yo, take this character and be happy. But I don't know. I think the moves I gave him is more than fair in my honest opinion. Like without trying to give him any type of 50-50s. Like yeah, even with the heel overhead, he can combo it, but it's kind of slow. People may poke you out of it. That's why I say use it as a like after the spear. Oh, well, kind of tired as hell. But yeah, like let me know what you think in the comments. And again, shout out to Tariq again for giving me the idea. But But yeah, these are the things I want Scorpion to, you know, kind of have, or at least NetherRealm. I mean, NetherRealm probably is gonna buff him anyway, but from the ideas I've given, let me know again. Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it's like these are horrible? And you know, what are your thoughts on what you would change for Scorpion as a whole? And you know, just let me know. All right.